So for skateboarding, there's basically 3 steps that you have to do. The first step you have to do is you have to push off, then you have to put your foot back on, and get your foot back on. So basically to start off training today, I think we're just going to start with the 3 small steps and practice them separately. First thing that we're going to practice is just putting one foot on the front of the board and having one foot back here. Kind of just go back and forth just to practice your balance and just to see how it feels.
Side or side?
Are you right or left-handed, actually? Right. If you're right-handed, you want to put your left foot right here. Usually that's what's more comfortable. Good. I think your foot's like in a pretty good spot for it. Because that's the first step you're going to do when you push off on the skateboard. So just practice that a couple more times and try to get used to this thing. And try to lean your weight onto your left foot and to see how that feels.
I'm gonna fall.
That's why we're on carpet. The second skill that I want you to practice is just standing on the skateboard. You want to try to have both of your feet over the screws on the board. If you practice just trying to balance when you're stationary, it's going to help you when you're actually moving. So if you want to go ahead and try that.
Maybe on this side.
Yep. Yep.
Here we go.
So if you want to practice trying to get off and get back on, just to practice your balance. I know it's really hard when you first start.
I like this foot better.
Looked like you were better getting on at that time.
Yeah,
like more steady.
I always feel my right foot.
You're actually riding the skateboard. You want to do the first and the second step that we just practiced together. So you want to push off and then you want to put your other foot on. And this part really requires you to make sure that you try to balance. And again, try to keep your 2 feet above those bolts. So a little bit more when you start.
I kind of want to start on this side.
That's okay.
Yeah. I don't really know.
People have different preferences on which foot they want to lead with. It usually depends on what hand you, what. Okay. On the last practice trial, the only thing that I think would help if you tried to space your feet out a little bit more. You kind of, I know it's hard, but when you pushed off your feet, kind of get closer together and it's harder for you to balance. So if you try to push off and then keep your feet further apart, it'll make it easier for you. So if you want to try that again. Sam, in your past couple of practices, I noticed that when you start to push off, your foot is straight like it should be, but if you just try to turn it a little bit more, that's going to help you be able to practice more when you try to go through with the ride. So try to just turn your foot a little bit more when you start and see if that makes a difference.
It feels weird.
Yeah. Alright, Sam, you did a really good job today. Do you have any questions for me on how you perform the skill? Okay. For next time, all I want you to do is try to visualize yourself being successful at the skill so you can do some practice like that before we meet next time. Does that sound good?
Sounds good.
Okay. The only thing that I noticed today that we can work on a little bit next time during our next practice session, when you're actually in motion, your feet are a little bit crooked and they're a little bit close together. It's really going to help for your balance when your feet are further apart. So until next time, that's what we'll practice next time. We'll practice moving, balance when we're moving, and with our feet more spaced apart, okay?
All right.
Do you have any questions?
No, we're good.
Okay. Okay, Sam, between last practice and this practice, did you do some mental practice? Did you think about performing the skill?
Yes, I did.
Okay, good. Do you remember the 2 parts of the skill that we practiced?
Just the moving and then getting both feet on.
Yep. So if you want to practice each part just before we get started for today.
This side.
second part, or the second step.
Alright, so that one, I really wasn't balanced like center-wise.
Okay. What do you think you're going to do different for this next one?
Probably try and stand up straight so I don't fall over.
Okay, perfect. Let's try it again then. Good. It's actually a lot better.
I think that one was good. That's how I was supposed to do it. My feet were apart.
Yep, your feet were apart, so that's good. They were where they were supposed to be. So if we just want to keep trying that a couple more times.
Alright.
All right. That one was really good.
My feet were really far apart now.
Yep. Did you feel balanced on that one?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Did you want to try it a couple more times?
Do it one more time.
Okay.
Alright, I think I've learned the skill. First you gotta push off, and then I know I have to get my other foot on.
Yeah, good.
So,
Perfect. How'd that feel?
pretty good. My feet could have been a little further apart, but
Do you want to try it one more
overall
time
it's
then?
good. Sure. Alright, so I can just do it.
Yeah. All right, I
There
think you
we
did a
go.
really good job altogether performing the parts all in one in skateboarding. So I think you showed that you successfully learned the skill,
Alright.
and I still learned like crazy. All right, Samantha, it's been a week since we last practiced. Can you tell me what you remember?
I remember the first step is just like pushing off. The second step is getting both feet on and balancing. And then the third step is putting it all together.
Okay,
and
perfect.
doing it.
Let's try it then.
So the first step is just pushing off. And then the second step is getting both feet on and balancing. And the third step is putting it all together and actually riding.
Good job. Okay, Samantha, that was a good run today. You showed that you learned the skill because you retained everything from last week, so good job.